You've got something about you. You got something I need. Hey! Well, it's October 13th, and if I'm still alive, it means I probably remembered our anniversary. Not ours, but you know, me and the wife. Anyway, this video is for this is a prediction vid for the David Haye Audley Harrison fight for the WBA championship, and that will be on November 13th. First, I'm going to break down both the fighters, and then I'm going to give my prediction. You wanted it, I'm going to give it to you, because I love you guys. I love all of you. Well, not you. Right, Eduardo? All right. Okay. Now, first I'm going to go over Audley Harrison. Audley. I don't even know if I'm saying that right half the time, because I'm like, Audley, who named their kid Audley? Anyway, he's 38. He's 27-4 with 20 knockouts for a 65% knockout ratio. Okay, and going over this, he's been more active over the last 4 years. He's had 8 fights, but 7 of those fighters had 10 or less wins. So, not good. You know, or 5 of them had 10 or fewer wins out of the 8. And that's not good. You don't want to see that. You want to see him actually fighting experienced dudes, guys that are coming up, and especially when you're gearing up for a championship fight. You want to see that. He was losing the last fight he was in, and that was against Michael Sprott, and he came back and actually won that with a 12th round knockout. It was a nice, solid left hook that came through. It was good. He's not ranked in the top 100. How he's getting this shot, I have no idea. But that seems to be David Haye's thing, is I'll talk a lot of smack, but I'm not going to fight anybody to back it up. When you think about him, you definitely think about what could have been, what should have been, what might have been, any of those things that you want to stick in there. I mean, when you're talking about a guy that's 6'5" with an 86-inch reach and has the boxing ability that he has, you kind of sit back and wonder, what's up with that, man? You know, did it go to his head? You know, did that take over? Did he actually start thinking he was better than he was? And then usually when that happens, they don't train as hard. They just assume that they're going to win the fights. You know, and he had some bad losses in there with the Danny Williams and the Dominic Inn, you know, and get knocked out by Sprott. You know, when you start looking at these things that happened, it's not good. Him going the distance, losing not even 2 years ago against Martin Rogan. Yeah. And that dude got knocked out by Sam Sexton twice recently. And you saw what Derek Chisora did to Sexton, right? For the second time. How is he not ranked higher than Sexton to begin with? Anyway. So, you look at this, not active when he's fighting. And what I mean by that is, sure, he can throw the punches. He can throw the combinations. Not a punch he can't throw. He's great with the uppercuts. You know, he has those, you know, the nice straight left coming in there. And he can fight from both sides. That Sprott fight the last time, he fought almost entirely right-handed. But what I'm talking about is the inactivity during the rounds. There's great inactivity during there. He's like, and then there's nothing. You know, it's very little action going on there. And if somebody were to press him, maybe that's going to give him problems. He still moves straight back. You know, he moves straight back when he's throwing punches. Or when punches are being thrown at him, he steps straight back with them. He is fast. I will give him credit for that. He's got some good hand speed for a heavyweight. Really good hand speed for a heavyweight. But he keeps his hands down a little bit too much, and he gets hit flush. He's not a big inside fighter, but then again, when you have an 86-inch reach, you shouldn't be an inside fighter. Paul Williams, you need to take a hint. He's got a pawing jab. It's not monster, but that straight left hand is electric. Or not like electric, like can just put your lights out instantly electric, but one that could hit and then he could throw the combinations to get him hurt and move in that way. He's never fought anyone with the power that Haye has, though. If you look through all the fights that he had, Danny Williams is about the biggest jump out of power, per se, that he has ever been in the ring with. So, this is really going to be a test for him, because he tends to kind of shrink up once he feels that big power, once that gets to him a little bit there. And will he go back into that? Will he relapse into the, during that time when he lost to Danny Williams and turned right around and lost to Dominic again? Will that happen to him? Will he kind of, close up on that? He just doesn't. He can put together the nice combos again, but he just doesn't do it enough. I think he let his chance slip away. I think if this fight was when he was 31 and he was serious about it and had been training balls out the entire time, I would say he definitely had a legitimate shot at beating him. But at 38, I don't know if I could say that. And granted, 38 is not 38 in the heavyweights. 38 is like 34 in other weight divisions. It's not the end of the hill. He could still be at his peak. So we'll have to see about that. Going over to David Haye, who is 24-1, 22 knockouts for an 88% knockout ratio. He's 29 years old. The biggest thing you want to say about him is when's dude going to fight, man? He's 29 and he's only got 25 fights. I mean, you look at Saul Alvarez, who's 19, 20 now, and he's got, 10 more fights, basically, than he does. So he's inactive. He's got 6 fights in the last 4 years. And at that age, you shouldn't know. You're not the champ. You're out to prove something. But is it the injuries? I mean, he broke his hand in the Valuev fight. Hurt his back in the fights coming up to the Klitschko fights. He looked good against Valuev. He looked better against Ruiz. His footwork looks like it's improved. He's got the great hand speed and the combos. His D looks like it's getting a little tighter. I still would like to see him get the hands close in, but that's his style. He seems like the heavyweight power is starting to come to him because he's getting more comfortable carrying more weight. Believe it or not, that does take time. He still needs to rein in his shots a little bit because he can get too wild when he's throwing them. Hayemaker is a great nickname when you're coming up in your first 10 fights. You still don't want to be doing that, and you're going into your 30th fight. You know what I'm saying? You should have that reined in. Your shots should be more precise. You should be able to plan, pick, and throw your shots there. He utilizes good head movement a little bit, and as I said, his footwork is getting a little better there. He's inactive. He's inactive fighting-wise as far as how often he fights, but he is active as a heavyweight. Does that make sense? He throws a lot of punches, or more punches, than an average heavyweight does throw. He can throw the combos. There isn't a punch he doesn't throw. He's got a sneaky right hand that comes over the top, and with the lead right hand. He uses combinations, and he sits on his punches. So when he's throwing, he's actually set, pop, 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 and then he gets out. You see what I mean? He did that very well against Valuev. He works the body. He can punish you to the body. His stamina seems to be fine. He looked like he was stronger in the Valuev fight toward the end when he was rocking Valuev. And you ask Ruiz if those punches got any softer going into the 9th round. I don't think they did. He was hurting Ruiz in a way we'd never seen Ruiz hurt before. He was hammering Ruiz in the 9th, actually, when they stopped it. He has the potential. David Haye has the potential to do whatever he wants in the heavyweight division, but he's not active enough to capitalize on it. He doesn't fight often enough to build that rhythm. And you can spar all you want. The actual fight is a different animal. Completely different animal. It's a different mindset. It's a different way of going about it. He could be a force, but I said it's we just don't know about him. Do I think he'll win this fight? Yes, I do. Do I think he'll even maybe knock out Audley Harrison? Yes, I do. But in saying that, this isn't the fight that he needed to be making. He needs to make those fights. If you can beat the man, it doesn't matter what hoops you have to jump through after you beat him, or who you have to fight afterward, because the money's going to be there. And what's the problem in fighting the heavyweight champion again, or fighting the other heavyweight champ and uniting the titles? Since when did only holding one title suffice and people were content with that? You see what I mean? So he should be wanting to unite them and doing whatever it takes to do it, because if you got the ability, you do that. You got to do that, man! Okay? So, my prediction, right? I'm going with David Haye by knockout, and I'm going in the 9th or 10th round there. I see that happening with Haye stopping Harrison. Harrison's talking a lot of talk. Haye talks even more talk, but Haye, I think, can back up a little more of the talk than Harrison can. I don't know how that works out, actually. All right? Well, hey, this is Bigragu. I'm out.